frustrated with yourself trying to balance your priorities? Are you experiencing anxiety because you don't know where best to apply your time? You've got a lot of things to do and you've had it like up to here. Well, I can relate. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about ways to incorporate our mind, our body, our heart, and our spirit to balance our priorities, to be more grounded, and to feel more human. Whoa! I know I like that. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Melody. Society makes living seem really easy. That glorification of the perfect person, but it's not. And we're not so perfect. So today I have for you 5 tips on how to feel better right now, in the moment. How to incorporate your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit into the daily juggle, the daily grind. So buckle up, I've got 5 great pieces of advice for you. A bonus tip at the end. Stay tuned to the end of the video. Tip number 1, make a list. That's my first secret to feel more human. I make a list for work, for home, and for self, and I make sure that I'm hitting those marks for mind, body, heart, and soul on that list. So for work, that's pretty standard. You know, anything for my personal projects. Maybe work has to do with my regular 9 to 5, even though teaching is not a 9 to 5. Ask any teacher that. But you know what I'm talking about. For home, perhaps that has to do with chores. Maybe that's the budget. Maybe that is doing meal prep, something else that contributes to the flow in my household. And the last column, my favorite column, for self, has to do with anything that's serving my mind, my body, my heart, my soul, that I can add in that day. So I list some things that would be just fantastic, right? For my mind, maybe I want to do some stream of consciousness writing and do a brain dump. For my body, maybe I want to get out and do some yoga or get on my bike that day or go for a walk. For my heart, maybe I want to play some guitar for a little while. Maybe I want to draw. For my spirit, maybe I'm going to make sure I get outside underneath one of my favorite trees, and maybe I want to meditate for a little while. So you might ask, yeah, okay, well, I see why self is last. You might be like, cool, Melody, that's great. That's a super cool idea. But that's why self is on that far side of the column, because I won't be able to hit that mark. I got stuff to do. I got work. I got my house full of kids, my husband, blah, blah, blah. I got dinner to make as soon as I get home. Here's the thing. This is tip number 2. Tip number 2, ba-boo, is chunk your time. So I know that I cannot fit in all of those fantastic activities for self and do it the way I used to do it, not with a baby, not the way life is right now. That's why my advice for step number 2 is to chunk your time. So I actually do hit the things on my self list, on my last column of my list for self. I really do hit those. If, let's say, I get up first thing in the morning, my son is still asleep, and I get my coffee, and I set out to do that stream of consciousness writing. But I give myself 10 minutes, 10 sweet minutes. A little bit of yoga. Third thing I did, it was for the home, I planted some of the tender greens that are going to be terrific in smoothies soon. But I'd been meaning to do it, hadn't gotten around to it. Today, I just said, you know what, Melody, I know that it seems like a big job, but let's just go out there for 15 minutes and let's see what we can do. That's the key. Give yourself a set amount of time, not too big, because we know that we are perfectionists, and if you give yourself an hour, you're going to expect to get all this stuff done. Give yourself 15 minutes and say, let me see what I can do. So in 15 minutes, I actually had a lot done.
I had pierced water holes in some containers, I had planted some potting soil, I got my seeds, and I had most of that ready to go so that when I went out with my son later on to water my plants and my vegetables that I'm trying to grow,
I had everything ready. And I was able to finish that job. Even though I didn't get completely done in those 15 minutes, I finished today and I feel good. I feel happy. You may not be able to fit in 4 hours worth of joy for yourself, but perhaps you can fit in 45 minutes. Give yourself 12 minutes per activity, something like that. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel more human. I promise you. Tip number 3 is having patience with yourself and redefining what success really is today, at this stage in your life, with these variables in place. Maybe success one day is different than the next because one night you didn't sleep very well. You know, today I'm going to be a little bit more gentle on myself because I couldn't sleep. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to just powerhouse it. Different stages of your life. Maybe you're working full-time, going to school full-time. It's hard. So you're gonna have different expectations of yourself. I know now that I'm a new mom, my expectations are changing and my idea of being successful has changed. So where can you be more patient with yourself? Where can you be kinder to yourself for your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul? Mentally, I'm going to change the things on that list that I'm looking at. I'm going to be cognitively aware that I can't do everything I used to do. Redefining your success. That's really called being flexible. Number 4, speaking of redefining our success and being patient with ourselves, is having grit, having perseverance, being in it for the long haul. And that also involves growth mindset, because growth mindset, as we've discussed in other videos, is knowing that you're gonna be different all the time, that you're getting better every time, but it's continuing to invest in yourself for the long term. And that's what grit's all about. Grit doesn't mean that I'm gonna be a hardcore person, I'm gonna be all about it, and I'm just gonna throw everything else to the wayside. No, grit means I'm gonna dig in, I'm gonna keep my eyes on the prize because I have a higher objective. Maybe you want to change things for your future, for your family. Maybe you're busy changing careers. Run your own race, babies. Take care of yourself. Just be in it to get better every day. Tip number 5, I don't know if one's more important than the other, but we need all of them, is self-love. Self-love. Gosh, be kind to yourself. Commit to treating yourself kindly. Because we all know if you come down hard on somebody, they're just going to rebel. And we do that to ourselves whether we know it or not. It's subconscious. You might be subconsciously sabotaging your success because you have such high expectations of yourself. Ooh, I have come from that place and I have recovered. Okay, but it's a difficult and painful process if you're not even willing to admit it, that you're so hard on yourself that you self-sabotage. Instead, be kind to yourself. Look yourself in the eye. Don't hide from yourself. Be authentic with yourself so that you can show up, so you can just be human, just live in life the best you can. Have some love for yourself. Try to see yourself as other people see you if that's difficult. You know, if you went and asked the 3 people that you're closest to in your life, can you tell me a quality that is good about me? I'm taking a survey and I want to know, what is it that some people like about me? What are some good things I have going on? I'm having trouble seeing that today. I'm having a hard day. See what comes up. I know people have told me before that, Melody, it's like I can't even shock you. You're still loving and you're still patient and you're still kind to me, no matter what I say or no matter what's going on in my life. That's been one of the greatest compliments I've ever received in my entire life. But do I apply that to myself? I didn't used to, and I'm still getting better at it. So love yourself the way you love other people. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So ingredient number 5, love yourself the way you love other people. Be patient to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Enough about that, right? You heard me. You heard me. Tip number 6, this is the bonus. Look around and list out loud the good things that are going on. I do this first thing when I get up. I want to set a good standard for the day. Look and list. Take a 30-second break. And seriously, look around your house, look around the outdoors, look around your life, looking and listing. Right now, see this beautiful tree around me. I see the beautiful clear blue sky. I hear the birds. I'm looking, I'm listing. You can like mix in your senses here. What's around me and what is good. Look and list sounds great though, right? I'm using alliteration and that's fun. That's for my mind. All right, it's my cup of coffee. It's the few minutes I have knowing my baby's safe in his crib, and we're so privileged to have a crib. Having a window that I look out of when I do dishes. I'm thinking of where I was this morning when I was doing this. I remember in my 20s in my apartment, I didn't have a window. I actually had a picture of a window hanging above my sink because I was picturing that day when I would have a window above my sink to look out of. Look around, list things. What's good going on? This is actually my secret to reducing anxiety all throughout the day. I take a 30-second break and I look around and I list things. Not just looking, but maybe I'm tasting. Maybe it's just about being in the body Getting into gratitude mode, 30 seconds at a time. I'm taking steps to ground myself and be connected to my body, be connected to this physical world, and shifting the energy from the outside, all the beautiful things that I'm cognizing with my mind, that I'm feeling and interpreting through my body, my physical self, taking that into my heart space and being grateful. And man, does that light up my spirit. So that's my self-care tip for you guys. When you're feeling scattered, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you don't know how to handle what's on your plate, stop what you're doing, look around, get a sense of your world, and list things out loud. Within 30 seconds, I guarantee it, you will have shifted that emotion and you're gonna be doing better. Go for longer if you need to, but 30 seconds, a pretty good little game changer for me. If you've enjoyed the video today, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel, please leave me a comment. How did this stuff vibe with you? How does it resonate with you? What do you like to do? I hope this was helpful. We're all in this together, and I'm sending you so much love. Wishing you so much peace and ease in your life. Take good care. Be well. Talk to you soon, everybody. All right, bye-bye. Even if it's my own race and I'm the only one running, I'm gonna do it. Excuse me. I know I didn't get sprayed by a skunk right now, but it smells kind of skunky. They only come out at night too, I thought. Whoa, man, how weird. All of a sudden my nose is getting all, anyway, okay. Doesn't this look like what the fairies would use for a little broom? It's like a Barbie broom, right? It's like what Barbie might use to naturally sweep her home. Oh well. I have mixed emotions about Barbie. Maybe I'll do another comment on that on self-image, because I grew up thinking my legs weren't supposed to touch. Right? If you can relate to that, to false ideals and false comparison. So if anybody else has problems with Barbie, you know, I got you covered. We'll do a whole video about Barbie and why Barbie was messed up. So poor Barbie, gosh, she must have problems, right?